By the end of this video, you should be able to kickstart your journey of getting jacked. And if you already are on that journey, you should be able to get there quicker. So, who am I and why should you even listen to me? My name is Jonathan Levran, and for the past 3.5 years, I've been able to transform my physique from this to this. And now my goal is to teach and inspire other people to do the same. And so, how did I go from looking like this at 14 years old to this at 17 now? And well, depending on where you are right now, whether you're fat or skinny, that's what's gonna determine what you need to currently be doing. So, for example, if you're skinny, that would just mean you need to bulk. And I'm not talking about this main gaining bullshit that you probably heard about online that's not gonna take you anywhere. You need to commit to a proper bulk and eating in a calorie surplus. And when I say bulk, I don't mean start eating like shit. Don't be an idiot, right? You still need to eat clean food, except more calorie dense food. And look, I don't want to hear anyone say to me after this, "Oh, Jonathan, I started bulking like you told me to, and now I'm fat." Well, obviously, bulking is not an excuse to start eating unhealthy foods just because they're high calorie. So you got to make sure you're eating enough protein as well, right? Obviously, you can have, the unhealthy food here and there. In fact, I actually don't recommend being too strict on yourself. You're likely going to stay more consistent if you have some cheat meals. And so if you're fat, you just need to start cutting. A lot of people to this day still struggles to lose weight, which actually, surprises me because in my opinion, it's easy and it should be easy. I personally find it easier than bulking, but people still choose to overcomplicate it when you can literally eat donuts, but as long as you're eating below your calorie maintenance, you're going to lose weight. Obviously, don't do that, but my point is cutting is more about self-control rather than, dieting itself. Think of it like this, right? Bulking is like building a statue, and cutting is like demolishing a statue down, right? Which one is easier? And look, at the end of the day, I'm not neglecting that, it's not going to be the same for everyone. Obviously, some are going to find it easier to bulk, right? And it usually comes down to where you started, and a lot of time correlates whether you grew up skinny or fat. So if you grew up fat, then, you're more likely going to find bulking easier. If you grew up skinny, then you're probably going to find cutting easier, right? And I grew up skinny, so that's why I feel like cutting is easier, right? Because naturally my appetite is not that high. But at the end of the day, believe it or not, it doesn't really matter what you eat as long as you hit your daily calories and macros. But look, I'm sure most of you started the gym for the sake of getting healthier anyway. But what you eat won't make you gain or lose weight, but it will determine your health, right? Just because you look good doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. You gotta make sure you're feeding yourself with the right nutrients as well to complement that. Now you might be asking, well, how do I cut or bulk? Well, you're gonna need to start tracking everything you eat. And look, I don't give a fuck if you think it's an eating disorder. I know it can get annoying, don't get me wrong, but if you're serious about making progress, nothing that will get you to where you want to be is gonna be easy. So you can download a calorie tracker on your phone. I actually have two to recommend. One being MyFitnessPal, the second one is Kale AI. Now, MyFitnessPal is actually the OG. It's free and it's the one that I grew up on, but Kale AI is the newer, more efficient one. However, it does cost a small subscription every month. The main difference between the two is that Kale AI allows you to take pictures of the food that you eat, and it will track the calories and macros for you automatically, rather than just doing like you would on MyFitnessPal, which honestly just makes food tracking a lot easier and quicker. If you want to save yourself some time, then I would definitely recommend Kale AI, not sponsored by the way. So step 2, high intensity, low volume training. And I will literally preach this till the day I die. Stop doing 4 sets of 12. If you're a beginner, sure, you can get away with it. But trust me, the sooner you start doing 2 sets till absolute failure, the better. Now, look, this was actually the secret for me. This is what made me blow the fuck up. So, what is low volume, high intensity training? Well, just from the name alone, you should probably kind of be able to guess. It's keeping the volume of your training low, but your intensity high. And what that means is just doing heavier weights for lower reps to absolute failure for 1 to 2 sets per exercise. If you're taking every set to absolute failure, where you truly can't go anymore, realistically, you won't need more than 2 sets per exercise, or even 1, to be honest. Now look, ask yourself right now, do you take your sets truly till failure? And the truth is, even if you think you are, you probably don't. I know for a fact that most people don't go to failure. Because now, if you think you do, I want you to ask yourself another question. If someone had a gun pointed at your head and they said, if you don't do another rep, they will blow your head off, would you be able to do it? If your answer is yes, then you need to train harder. If your answer is no, then congratulations, you're on the right track. Which, actually leads me to my next point. How do you force yourself to train harder? And look, I can give you all these tips and tricks, but fuck that. It's all in your psychological mind. Before your set, let's say you're doing bicep curls, right? I want you to close your eyes and imagine someone pointing a gun at your head or at someone that you love. And I want you to imagine them say, if you don't take this set to failure, I will blow your head off or blow their head off. I guarantee you will train harder. You have to take it that far if you want to win. The difference between winners and losers is that winners are willing to take it to the extreme and they're willing to do things no one else is willing to do. That's why they win. So now, step 3 is consistency and patience. Guys, at the end of the day, getting jacked is gonna take some time. Look, I'm not here to tell you that if you implement all of this, you will wake up buff as fuck tomorrow, right? But if you stay consistent and you show up every day, no matter how you feel, it's inevitable that you will get there and it will feel fucking amazing. Anything that is worth achieving will take time. And since time is gonna pass anyway, why not just do it? It's actually what I learned from Hamza. So now you might be asking, how do I stay consistent? You need to become a process-based person. Guys, if you wake up every day thinking about yourself in the future, having your dream physique, and then you go hit a gym session and then you take off your shirt and you're not there yet, you're just gonna keep disappointing yourself. And that's what being a result-based person feels like. But if you have a routine and you make it your priority and goal to complete that routine every single day, for example, waking up, eating 5 meals a day, hitting the gym, hit a leg workout, you're gonna be much happier and more consistent. And the result will just come. And now, a little bonus tip that I want to add in there is take a lot of progress pictures. You're gonna have those days where you feel like you haven't made any progress, but if you go look at that picture from 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, and then you think, holy shit, my abs are more visible, or my arms got bigger, that's gonna motivate you to keep pushing even more, which is gonna make it easier for you to stay consistent anyway, because you love that feeling of growth. But you cannot use the end result as your main motivator. The person who loves walking will walk further than the person who loves the destination, and you gotta live by that. Now, I actually do offer one-on-one coaching to help skinny and fat young men build their dream aesthetic physique. So if you want me to help you, book a call with me with the link down below and I'll see if I can help you. So that'll be it. The end of this video. It's very clean and simple. This video is probably gonna be short as fuck, but look, it's that simple, guys, right? You don't have to overcomplicate training or building your dream physique. This is all it takes. If you implement this, you will be on your way to get jacked within 6, 7, 8, or even 12 months. All right, as long as you stick to it. Thank you, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'll also be documenting my journey and all that stuff. Or don't subscribe. I don't really care. It's up to you. So yeah, see you in the next video.